Hello there, and welcome to yet another episode of my Car Mechanic 2021 series. We are on the second of two cars for the Mazda DLC. In this case, we're working on the Mazda RX-7, and yeah, it needs a little bit of work, but looks to be reasonably intact, except for, a few things. But we're going to work on that. We're going to make her pretty again. So let's get started. And do the frame real quick. Okay, put that away this time. And yeah, just gonna grab everything off of here. Headlights are already missing, so don't have to worry about that. It's another rotary engine, similar to, at least somewhat similar to the one we did on the previous car. It's interesting how they're put together, by the way. Learned quite a bit off that last video. That should be everything. Let me check. Yep, 1%. Okay, so frame's 100%. We'll see what we can fix from this list. I know, like, the headlights and tail lights are never fixable, but hopefully at least some of the body panels are. Yeah, looks like we're in luck here. Well, we were anyway. That's alright. Not the end of the world if we fail one of those repair attempts. Parts are easy enough to get. Alright, we're going to get rid of the plate because we're going to be doing custom plates anywho, so... yeah. Okay, and we'll sell anything that's not 100%. Alright. I'll just go ahead and buy the parts that I need. Let's go to RX-7 shop and then one taillight, front left door, front bumper, brand new windshield. Another taillight and right door window. And yes, we're keeping the original paint job on it. Because I want to keep the theme that we kind of started with the previous one. And so we're just going to match up all the rest of the stuff with... I don't think we have a... yeah, we don't have a back window. And we also don't have the window or the mirror. Yeah, okay. I figured. Okay, we get that back in. So what else we got? Nothing? Alright. That's okay. So we get the headlights. Look good on this side. So we get you and the trunk window. And the plates we'll get after. So got one headlight. Two headlight. Okay. Sorry, I was acting a little silly there. Okay. Let's get this stuff on there. I've been watching some of my friends online who stream do like all these different racing games and been seeing cars looking similar to this out there, and I was like, yeah, we'll keep the gaudy paint job on it. Normally I'm more for like solid colors or maybe stripes, but I think we can make an exception. Especially for this car. Okay, so you should be pretty close. Let's go back to assembly mode and see if there's anything else missing. Doesn't look like it. So let's, oh wait, we need to back up even further. There we go. We're just gonna get, no, we don't need 3. It's 2 custom plates. We're gonna do a slight variation on my normal plate. Just for fun. And it's like, I know some people that watch this, which, you know, they may or may not actually ask this, but they're probably like, why does this guy always pick Kansas plates? And he's like, well, because I live there. I ain't got the most exciting plates, but it's mine. Well, sort of. And no, I don't have this Speedy or Sleepy as a custom plate either, so. Although the thought has crossed my mind, at least for the Sleepy one. But yeah. What was I? Okay, so 96%. What are we missing? We're in assembly mode. What the F would we possibly be missing here? That's 96%. Weird. Huh. Because we should have everything here. Not seeing any grayed out parts. Oh, looks like everything's there, actually. I mean, we'll paint it, but we're going to paint it here in a little bit. Big question is, what could we possibly be missing? See, those are not body parts. Those are the only 3 that's missing, but those shouldn't be considered part of... Hmm. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and do the rest of this, and when we get to the end, we can always do process of elimination. Okay. Rid of that, and then we'll head over to the interior shop. There's been a few cars where we've had kind of a head scratcher, literally or figuratively, because of, you know, a well-hidden part that either is missing or is not 100% condition that we forgot to pull off. We could pull the body parts here in a bit and see. But the thing is, we got it. We got everything off the car. I thought we replaced everything, but maybe we didn't. Okay, let's do that. All right. So that should get... Okay, so there's something not kosher with the body. Take that off. Like I said, we're just going to pull everything just to be safe. Gotta be something straightforward we're missing. Looking to see if maybe there's like a bracket or a section of body that maybe we forgot to take out. But see, it's at 1%, which usually means we've gotten everything off there. So let's check everything, make sure it's 100%. I need more caffeine. This is why you double check shit. Forgot to pull that back part off in... Anyway. Well, at least we caught it. And like I said, there's various ways to verify your handiwork there, and that's kind of the brute force way to do it. But we figured it out. I've been a little distracted lately mentally, so it's not surprising that I'm not having a good time focusing today, but I wanted to keep on doing the videos. I know how much you guys like these. Get that put on. I knew it had to be something simple, but it was just me trying to get in too big a hurry like usual. Usually when problems start. I got the window, but I didn't get the damn trunk itself. That's the problem. Well, like I said, at least the problem was easily identified and fixed. So we are good to go. So yeah, we got 3 out of the 4 at 100%. So we're doing good. So now we're gonna get the rims done. Yep. I'm still in assembly mode. I was sitting there clicking the button going, why doesn't that work? It's like, oh yeah. We're gonna get the rims and tires fixed up, and then we'll get it over to paint. I do apologize for that little mess up there, but like I said, a lot of stuff going on in terms of like life events and stuff, and reasonably distracted at the moment by all of it. As in like the kind of life events that basically job stuff. Like there's, without going into too much detail, it would take a while to explain it anyway. I'm potentially very close to getting hired back at my previous employer. So, yeah, that's a good thing actually, because when they let me go, it wasn't like performance based or anything, but yeah, it was strictly economic. But anyway, so fortunes, or it's not fortunes, but finances change, economy changes, that kind of thing, and now looking at the possibility of being employed again. So Fingers crossed on that. I don't know if these rims are going to be savable or not. We're going to try though. Okay, that's everybody. Oh, they are savable. Nice. Cool. I saved us a little bit of work. Okay, so... Oh good, this one's using the same size tire on everybody. We're just going to save one. So that we can use that as comparison. Or not compare, we'll compare it to the new ones we buy. Okay, so let's get to it. So we don't have to go to rims because we were able to save them all. And this is a 235/45. Could be right. Let's double check. 235/45 R17, 235/45 R17. Alright, good to go. At least I got that right. Get these balanced. Okay, should be done. Good. Good. Awesome. For some reason I thought I had one more, but nope. Alright, so let's get the rest of these tires back on. The reason why I'm putting these back on now is that, well, I want it to be on its own wheels when I go over to the paint booth, and I want to get them out of my inventory until we're to the point where we're ready to work on redoing the suspension. Alright. So yeah, parts condition's already 27, so that's doing pretty good. Get over to paint, and like I said, we're just going to keep the existing paint job. We're just going to get everything matched all at once. Okay. Current color, we're going to leave it as gloss. I think we wanted, yeah, we wanted to keep that. That's pretty. Just out of curiosity, what are the other liveries? Doesn't look like much there. That's none. Yeah. Okay, so it's just those two. Okay. Not quite ready for the track yet, but we're getting her there. I know we're not taking it on the track in this video. Sorry. So, now's the time on Sprockets where we take care of this engine. Looks like most of this stuff's intact, so we're going to go and drain everything. Usually when we work on something this far gone, it has hardly anything left in terms of fluids, but it's fine. Doesn't take that long to get everything out of there. So that's you, and you. Okay, so we need to get the oil, which we'll do next. And while we've got it in the air, we'll go ahead and get the, if there's an exhaust, we'll go ahead and get that unhooked. And we'll get the gearbox and the starter off. See if we could do anything with those, and then hold on to those until after we get... Oh, pardon me. Until we get the engine rebuilt. Okay, so that's gonna come off. Everybody had their tetanus shots here. Everything looks a little crunchy down here. That gonna have to come off. Get up there. Come on. Okay. Still need to drain the oil, so let's do that before we forget again. Had a little hint of oil left in it. Yeah, she should be ready to be pulled out. Before we do that, let's go butts around here, see if we can fix some of this up. Fuck. Alright, I guess we're ordering a new drive shaft. Okay. Air tune-up shop so we can get the front exhaust. And then back over here to standard parts so we can get the drive shaft. Again, apologies, I'm kind of tired here, so even more tired than usual. So, working off very little caffeine today. Okay, so that's all good to go for when we get the engine rebuilt. Let's get the engine out. Out she comes. Like I said, it's all in sketchy condition, but this car is largely parts complete from the looks of it. Yeah. Rusty as fuck, but mostly there. Story of my life. Alright. Get that one there. So yeah, looks kind of similar to one we were working on before. But, you know, maybe a little bit newer. So we're going to do with this the same thing we did with every other engine we've done in this series. We're going to tear it down to its base constituents. Basically the engine block, or whatever the equivalent is for the rotary engine, we're about to take apart. And we're going to build it back up. Oh, that and the crankshaft. So we're going to build everything else up with as many performance parts as we can get in there. And slap it back in the car. Let's get started. Turbocharger. I was going to say, go to the root of the problem and then work your way in. Oh, it's actually a bolt-in fuel rail. Most of that stuff is drop-in on these cars. Most being the key phrase. while we're down here, let's grab the clutch parts. Alright. Good there. Take this oil pan off. It looks like we've got like a monolithic engine. Well, nope, I spoke too soon. I thought it was a monolithic one, but all the rust makes everything blend in. I was gonna say, what are you hung up on? You're just, yeah, okay. It's built almost exactly like the one that we worked on before. I mean, close enough anyway. Like I said, I didn't want to like bore people to death with the job stuff, but like I said, if I do end up getting employed again, it will affect, you know, video output. Might not be doing like, say, 3 videos a week. It might be, you know, whenever I can get to it, like on the weekends, because I tend to, if I'm going to work the shift that I think I'm going to be working, I'm going to be getting done at like 7 o'clock my time, and I'm not going to have a whole lot of energy to do stuff after I get done with the workday. So, just a bit of a heads up there in case you suddenly see the pace of videos start slowing down. So, I do want to keep continuing to produce new content. It's just not going to be at the same pace, is essentially what I'm saying. Okay. Sitting on top of everything, so we need to get rid of you. Gonna layer cake this bitch. Hanging you up. Oh. Yeah. It's the other lobed doohickey there that was holding things up. Okay, so that's everything there. So, just for shits and giggles, I want to see if anything for the housing... I didn't think so. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Because these rotor housings, I wanted to make sure there was nothing, like, performance related with them. Because if there was, I was going to have to make sure to get those from the other store. But it doesn't look like for the key components that make up the engine block for these rotaries, they look like they're just standard parts, so... Okay. So we got the equivalent parts of the engine block and the... hang on, are these... But the rotor... Yeah, the only thing there is a distributor rotor, so... yeah. I'm just like double checking stuff to make sure that I'm not missing stuff, because these... I'm not that familiar with these rotary engines. Even though I just did one in the previous video, I still want to make sure I'm doing this right. So... let's go ahead and throw the initial piece back on. Oh wait, hang on, that's not the right one. Did I not? Oh, it's probably too boogered to fix. I betcha, yeah, because... wait, hang on. Okay, let's take a look at the inventory. We got rotor housings, front side housing, but the intermediate, which is what this thing bolts to, was the one we couldn't... Okay, okay, okay. I'm on board now. Okay. That was what was confusing me. I'm just like, there's something missing here, and... Yeah, she needs a new intermediate housing. Bingo. There we go. I think we're golden now. Because these things actually, for the rotors inside, these things act like the equivalent of like a piston wall, I think. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic. I'm probably using the wrong terms here, but I'm trying to think in terms of equivalence here. Tempted to even invoke Cunningham's law on this one. You know? Basically putting the wrong answer out there and then having people chime in with the correct one. Alright, so let's sell everything that's not perfect condition. Must have ordered extra. Wait, no, those are fine. We need the rotors, apparently. Go ahead and get those. I'll go ahead and put those on, and then, yeah. I mean, it's all lit up. Let's just go ahead and get the stuff, you know? And spark plug. You. Fuel filter. Exhaust manifold. Got you. Rotors, I think, are standard. Yeah. We'll check here in a second. Yes, they are. Okay. Buy a couple of those. Drop those bad boys in. I'm slowly figuring things out. I imagine if I built it again and again, I could probably get better with it, but only 2 cars in the DLC that, you know, we could do this with, so might do that off stream or something. Okay, looks like we got everything for that round. You got a whole bunch of stuff here that we could put on. The intake manifold, the turbos, flywheel, oil filter, ignition wires, alternator, water pump, counterweight, and sprocket. That's a lot going on at one time. Okay, turbocharger, thank you. Intake manifold, yes please. Flywheel. That's a standard part. These are not. Water pump is, sprocket is, that should be as well. Okay, so let's flip over to the other store again. Get the filter. Water pump. Counterweight. And the sprocket. Alright, that should be it. Looks like it. Got a clutch plate, wheel rail, idle roller, and timing chain. That's everything. Yep. Clutch plate's a performance part, so we'll get that first. Wheel rail is as well. We'll get that. Almost grabbed the wrong thing here. Alright. Good to go. Come on. You move the mouse like a pixel and it immediately thinks you're trying to get the other part. It's like, nope. Okay, good to go there. Pressure plate, intake manifold, and a timing cover. Right. And got your pressure plate right here. Brand new shiny intake manifold. Timing cover, yeah, it's a standard part. Alright, that's it on that round. And oil pan. Just kind of work our way from the bottom to the top, I guess. Crankshaft pulley, bracket, got another bracket, and a throttle. And then clutch release bearing. Okay, brand new throttle. I think the rest of this is all standard parts. Okay, you crankshaft pulley. Come on, bracket number 1, bracket number 2, and a good old-fashioned clutch release bearing. And this engine's already starting to take shape. It's looking nice. Looking a lot better than when we started. Oakley dokley. Let's take a look here. So we got a power steering pump. That's going to be... Pretty sure that's an aftermarket part. Yep. I was right. Serpentine belt and another roller. Done and done. Okay, looks like we've got another roller and a serpentine belt. Let's see if there's anything else on the rest of the engine. Doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, hang on. I knew we were forgetting something. I happened to look down and see that grayed out part and I'm just like, wait a minute. Well, you always want to double check your inventory, or at least double check the engine before you go ordering your next round of parts. Alrighty. I think that's it. I go around and make sure we got any grayed out parts. looking good. I say it's ready to go. It's fitting the outline, so I think we're done. Yoink. Alright, let's get this bad boy back in there. Boop. Everything's green, everything's happy. Alright, let's get rid of you. One brand spanking new engine. So before we do that, let's get... I want to take care of the transmission, excuse me, the gearbox. And the other stuff down here. There. We're not going to put the drive shaft back on because we still need to redo the suspension. So we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to leave it off. And then when we get the rear suspension put back on, or redone rather, then we'll bolt it back in. Mainly just wanted to get these guys, and I think I saw an intercooler here. Come on. I thought I saw one. Maybe I was just hallucinating again. I saw one, but no. Apparently, must have just been that one little notch in the front of the car, in the bumper that I thought was exposing an intercooler. But yeah, it's all good. All right, so we're going to yank everything out of here. So yank everything out of here, not try to fill. Almost forgot the ECU again. Okay. That should leave just this. We got... Okay, shopping list is empty. I'm going to mark all these because these are not fixable. The box they sit in is fixable, but not the fuses themselves, and it's a rather obvious reason why they're not fixable. And same goes for the relays. You don't want to fix stuff like that. Easier just to replace them. These things are jelly bean parts. You want to use the do-yourself hobby kit, terminology. Okay, so that should be everybody out. Yep. Right, let's go see what we can fix. Cool. That looked like the majority of our stuff, but we still got a few things we're going to need to get. Yeah, the fuse box cover's fine. The radiator and the fans that go with it are good. The clips for the air box are good. Just need... We already got the fuses and the relays taken care of, so we really just need to get that, and that. And then these two, I think we should be able to resurrect the battery. Ding. Battery's done. Only that they charge that quickly in real life. Right, so let's go ahead and sell all this crap that we don't want to keep. I'm gonna go buy stuff. Do the electrical stuff first. So 3 relay type C's. Got you. 3 relay type B's. Thank you. 2 relay type A's. And fuse type C, just 1. 3 fuse type B's. 3 fuse type A's. There we go. Okay. Not here, not here, definitely not here. We're gonna get that in the aftermarket area. Filter cover, nope. ECU, yes please. Okay. Go here, get our filter. Thank you. And the rest of this I think is just standard parts. We'll go over there, get the rest of what we need. Nice. Alright. Start putting stuff back in. Last of these clips back on. Take care of the rest of the radiator here. There we go. And we're gonna come up here and put all of our fuses and relays back in, or at least the new ones. Okie dokie. Should be it. Yeah, all we got left is the drive shaft. So let's get start getting fuel. I said fuel. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's get the fluids put in. Okay. Doing them in no particular order. Just whichever ones I can remember to do first. And we're going to deliberately overfill this one, so don't freak out. Learned that trick very early on when I played this game, that this game for some reason doesn't consider the power steering completely full until it's practically overflowing. Everything else you can stop when the bottle tilts, but not the power steering fluid, apparently. That should be everything here. Let's do a quick pass. Make sure we're not missing anything. Doesn't look like it. Cool. So, We're going to do the exhaust and the fuel system next. And once we get those two done, then all we'll have left is just the front and rear suspension. So, mark you, mark you, and you. Take all that out. We're going to be replacing it all anyway. We're not even going to attempt to fix them. Mainly because we want to replace them with performance versions of every bit of the exhaust. Fuel tank's a bit of a different story because the fuel tank is a standard part. The only thing that's going to be performance or aftermarket is going to be the pump itself. That's pretty standard for most of the cars in this game. So yeah, we should be good to go on all that. So we'll go ahead and get rid of all this nonsense. Oop. And we're going to order... Actually, nope, we don't want to order that. We want to get the fuel tank from here. Rest is all going to get purchased from the performance shop. So, do rear muffler, exhaust pipe, middle muffler, aka the resonator, brand new cat, and a fuel pump to round it out. Okay, put her in assembly mode, and we'll get that fuel pump put in. Fuel system's done. There we go. All right. Just that easy. The exhaust and fuel systems are now done. So yeah. And we're up to 60% park condition now. Not too bad considering where we started. So yeah, we're going to need to get these tires off. We're going to pull all the suspension parts out. Fix what we can, replace what we can't. There's going to be consumables so that are going to be replaced, so we're always going to have to buy something. We're never going to have like the perfect car where we don't have to, you know, buy any new stuff. Especially when we're trying to do 100% condition on every single vehicle, which has kind of been the MO of this entire YouTube series. Right, so let's dig in. Oh, come on. Nope, we gotta get the, we gotta get the wheel bearing out. Alright. One piece at a time here. Got a rear sway bar. Not surprising given what this car is used for, you know, besides being a daily driver, that is. Alright. You out. Honestly, it could be worse. Every bolt on this thing could be rusty, but thankfully they're not. Not all of them. Alright. Good to go. Alright, let's get the cross member bushings out. I like to do those first, that way I don't forget about them later. We're getting there. Just enough rusty bolts there to kind of slow us down a little bit, but again, not too bad so far. Say, what's holding you up? Then I realized I missed a suspension part. There we go. Alright, that's everything back here. Work our way up front. Do the same. Come on, show me the bearing. There you go. All right. One game. There we go. Alright, getting there. Just about got all this torn apart. Okay. Looks like everything. Yep, don't want to join part. Not quite to that point yet. Alright. Do we have anything else? Right, okay. Just making sure. Yeah, this is probably the most parts I've flubbed in one video. Definitely till I'm distracted. Or at least we'll get most of it. Like I said, it's not the end of the world if we break apart. Easy enough to buy a new one. There goes the second one. Okay. So we're gonna have quite a few more parts to... Well, let's try to get the brake discs redone. That'll save us a few. This will save us a little bit of, part buying, but it's still interesting to watch, somewhat. Alright. That's a little further. Let's take a look again. Okay, so like I said, we still got quite a few to buy, but, it happens. Alright. Got everything marked that we want to buy. Our last big sell-off of the night. And let's go buy stuff. Wow, 16 rubber bushings. Done. 2 rear sway bar and links. 4 brand new hub bearings. 2 front sway bar and links. Whole new set of brake shoes. Oh, come on. You don't click square on the X there, it thinks you're trying to select the part again. Eight small rubber bushings. Okay, 2 rear shocks. 2 front shock caps. 2 rear shock caps. Couple of front springs, good for good measure. Okay, 2 inner tie rods. Wheel hubcaps, got both of those. 2 front shocks. Yep, please, thank you. 2 rear springs. Come on. There you go. 2 outer tie rods. Here's sway bar. Front sway bar. 1 wheel hub for the one we destroyed earlier, and brake caliper. Alright, let's get the assemblies put together first. I actually remembered to do those before we started reassembly. Sometimes I don't. Depends on how distracted or tired I am. I mean, I'm already pretty distracted. I mean, as you can see by the fact that I messed up so many parts, but it happens. Preliminaries in. aka pretty much everything that's not a left or right part. Go. Alrighty. Let's get at her. Actually, once we get this put in, let's get the rubber bushings in before I forget about those again. There we go. Come on, get in there. There you go. Looking good so far. Just going to do a quick pass here, make sure we didn't miss anything else. Looks like just about everything's there except for just this last couple of pieces here for the brakes. Right. Do the same for the other side now. Just about done with this part. Alright. This put in. Like I said, do a quick check here. Here we're not missing anything. Looks like we got everything. Yep. Cool. Rear suspension appears to be done. Let's do the front. Rubber bushings put in, and then we'll worry about the rest. on the home stretch for this side. Come on, get back there. There we go. Sometimes you gotta fight the camera a little bit, especially if you accidentally click on something. Quick check here, make sure everything looks good. It does. So let's get over to the other side and finish this suspension work. Alrighty. Okay, let's check our inventory. Inventory's empty. Check the car. Car's at 100%. Good job, everybody. Group effort. So yeah, we reached our goal. So now we get to take this over to the alignment rack. We get the headlights and the wheels aligned. And it's off to the dyno room. Close enough. Good enough. All right. Done and done. Okay. So, 291 horsepower from the factory. Very respectable. 259 pound-feet of torque. Also respectable. Let's see where we end up. .445 horsepower, so a gain of 154 for a 53% increase. Not bad. And 382 pound-feet of torque for an increase of 123, which is a 48% increase there. Also pretty damn good. If I say so myself. Pardon me. Alright, let's get you outside and we're going to take some pictures. Okay, that one's going to be the thumbnail, which will have already seen by the time you get to this point in the video. That one's going on Discord for later. Alright, get out there and go to the speed track and see what kind of numbers we can get there. Alright, is everybody strapped in? We're going for it. Okay, over 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 50, 160, 170, 180, 180 by the time we hit the end of the track. Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of angry hornets under the engine compartment. Alright. Hey, 180 is not nothing to sneeze at. It's faster than me either one of my vehicles will go. The only time you'll get either one of those over 120 is if you pushed them off a cliff. If you're taking either one of my vehicles anywhere near 120, there's some seriously wrong things happening. You know what I mean? Alright. Back to the task at hand here. Let's take a look at the cars. So, everything's 100%. We got some good results on the dyno and the speed track. So, let's take a look here. So, I bought this for $18,763. You can see the condition bonus, performance parts, body and parts values, how that all factors into the overall price. We're selling this for $90,303 for a profit of $71,540. Again, not a bad return. Not bad at all. It's been a fun little DLC. I've never actually taken apart or seen in depth inside of a rotary engine like that before, so definitely a good learning experience between the RX-3 and this car. Go ahead and sell it. That out of our inventory, and let's move some stuff around. This is going to be our next filler car, which it looks like it's in good shape. It is in okay shape, but there is some work to be done. We're obviously going to change the paint job, among other things. We're going to make this into a really powerful... I think the last time I did one of these, which wasn't on the YouTube series, we got somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 horsepower out of this, so... Or at least we got close. But yeah. It's going to be the next episode, so it's the Echoes Imperator, which I think is the Challenger, Charger, one of the two. It's a two-door, you know, car from... Dodge there. That has like a ridiculous amount of horsepower. So with this, the Mayan T8, move you to Bay 2. This is the start of the cars from the Hot Rod DLC. Or not Hot Rod DLC, but the drag racing DLC. Excuse me. There's actually technically 8 cars, but there's two variants for each car, so that's what they're counting as 8, but I only got 4 because I just wanted to do one of each of the types of the cars, or the makes or whatever. So this is another one, Hammerdal Strahl S. That's going to go into position 2, because that's going to be 3 episodes out. And... we're going to pull something out of parking. So we've got 2 more cars, which we're only going to pull one out tonight. The Rezza Cortona, which is the Ferrari, I want to say it's the Ferrari F40 clone. And you get the Bolt Reptilia, which is the newer Corvette clone. And then it's off to, after we do another filler car, the electric car DLC. So you can see these guys down here. Go ahead and pull that out. Yeah, big oof on this one. Kinda sitting on blocks, can't hardly see it. But yeah. A lot of work ahead of us on this one. We're gonna move you to position 3 outside, because that's gonna be 4 episodes out. So... yeah, you can see now that we have 3 of the 4 vehicles from the Drag Race DLC. We'll get once we do the filler episode, we'll move everything up again. We'll get that in there, and then, because like I said, we've only got really... let me show you guys something here. So we've got, like I said, the one last car for the I want to call it Hot Rod for some reason. The Drag Race DLC. Got the 2 cars there. and the 2 cars there for the electric car DLC, and then it's all 8 cars for the Plymouth Dodge Chrysler, aka the Mopar DLC, which we'll be doing last. That'll be the last DLC that we work on in the series. And then, of course, we've got our remaining filler cars, which we've got our FMW Roadster. And then we got our Bolt Chapman. I figured this would be a good way to do it because this is like I think it's a Caprice clone, which is very close to the body style and design for the first car that I ever drove, which was an 82 Oldsmobile Delta 88. Had the same kind of white wall tires, the same boxy grille work, and yeah, it was a boat. So, yeah. We finished the drag race DLC cars. We'll probably pull this one out and pull it into. That'll be the episode, and then we'll do the electric car DLC. And we'll do this as our last filler car, and then we'll go right into the Mopar stuff. So, that's essentially the plan for the rest of this series. Now, if they come up with other DLC, which I don't know if they're working on or not, I haven't been following their socials or anything. But if there's any further DLCs in the future, you know, I'll revisit those. But for now, we're going to work with what we got. And with that, I'm going to turn you guys loose. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. They get alerts for any new videos and or streams that happen on this channel. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this schedule going, like 2 to 3 videos a week for now. But if, like I said, job situation changes, that's definitely going to affect how fast these videos come out. But I do intend on finishing the current content for this game. So, you saw the plan. I showed it in its entirety here because it's short enough to show now. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Take care.